Hello and welcome to the Allfax video training series. In today's video we're going to take a look at the advanced features of your Sharp color copier. So let's click on copy. Let's click on others. Here you see the list of advanced features, and if you scroll down you will see the back page. We're going to take a look at 8 of the most frequently used advanced features. Let's look at in-up copy. Let's look at erase, booklet, covers and inserts, card shot, dual page copy, stamp, and custom image, and we'll probably look at those two together. First, let's take a look at in-up copy. This feature allows the user to put multiple copies on one sheet of paper. Instead of two-sided, this feature allows you to put 4 images on one side of a sheet of paper. So let's take a look. If you notice, your choices are 2 up, 4 up, or 6. So let's pick 4 up. And if you look at the layout, you get an idea of what the machine's going to do. It's going to reduce your copies and put 4 of those images on one single sheet of paper. Also, you can click borders to add a solid line or a dotted line to separate your documents. So we'll pick the solid line. You can also come all the way back out to the main screen and pick two-sided. So you could pick 4 but get 8 images on one sheet of paper. This can be very helpful. It's very similar to the PowerPoint slide printout, and can also be helpful in the legal community with like a transcript from a deposition or something like that. Again, you're trying to cut down the amount of paper you consume and the amount of paper you would file or send to another party. Next, let's take a look at the erase feature. This feature can be very helpful if you're trying to copy a document that had been punched, or you're trying to copy something that was faxed to you. Let's click on the erase button, and what this feature allows you to do is erase sections of your document. And if you notice, you have up, left, so you could pick a single area. In the case of a fax, you would pick up. In the case of a punch document, we'd probably pick just the left, but you can combine them. You can control the amount. If you look, you can set, by default it's going to be on a 1/2 inch, but let's say we were going to erase just the top of our document, we would leave it that way. Again, this can be helpful with punch documents or incoming faxes that you need to make a copy of. Next, let's take a look at the booklet feature. This feature allows the user to take a multi-page document and have the machine produce that document as a booklet or pamphlet style copy job. This can be really helpful in schools and especially churches with the bulletin. Let's click on booklet. We're going to tell it left bind. If you notice, in the original type, it's asking you the style of your original. Are there single-sided sheets or two-sided sheets? In our case, we'll pick single-sided and tell it OK. At this point, we can hit the start button. Our machine will feed in our pages and produce them again in booklet style format. And if you look at our image, the machine can produce 2 style or 2 size booklets. One being the smaller booklet, which is half of a letter sheet, and the larger size is half of a ledger or 11 by 17 sheet. Again, really helpful with the bulletins in the church and a school environment. The covers and insert feature allows the user to add a front cover, a back cover, or both to their copy jobs. Basically, the machine would pull a different stock from one of the other trays. So let's take a look. Click on covers and inserts. If you notice, we're on the front cover tab. We could turn it on. If all we want the machine to do is pull this sheet of paper, and a lot of times it would be a different color stock, and put it on the front of the document, that's all we have to do. If we want the first page of our original copied onto this stock, we would click change, and we would pick simplex and tell it OK. For our back cover, if we wanted to add that, we would turn it on, and normally you probably wouldn't print onto that back cover, so we'll leave that as make no copy. If you look at our image, you'll get an idea of how this will turn out. It can be helpful with reports and that type of thing. You can also, if you look at our image, you can see that we added 2 staples in the left margin. The card shot feature can be very helpful if you have to copy a driver's license, a medical card, or a student ID. The machine will allow the user to copy the front and back and put them on one sheet of paper. So let's take a look. First, you turn on the feature. You could adjust the size. This means it's going to enlarge our card as we're making our copies. Now you would put your original in the back left corner of the glass, and you would press either the black and white or color start button. We'll hit the color button. Our machine has scanned. It's waiting for us to flip the card and put it in the same upper left corner, the back left corner of the glass, and we're going to press start again. And when we're finished, we're going to hit read in. If we had multiple cards to place, like in a doctor's office, you might have a couple of cards per patient, but at this point we have everything in we need. We're going to hit read in. The machine, as you can hear in the background, is producing our image or our copy, and if you look at the image we have in the video, you can see how it produced it. Again, can be very helpful with small cards if that's part of your daily workflow. Next, let's take a look at the dual page copy feature. This feature allows you to place a bound document on the glass, whether it's a magazine or a book, and copy both pages and put them on separate 8.5 by 11 sheets. You would select dual page copy, go ahead and hit your start button, and the machine will scan one half of the glass, then scan the other half of the glass and produce them on 2 8.5 by 11 sheets. Again, can be very helpful when copying bound documents. The last 2 features we're going to look at are stamp and custom image. So let's go to stamp, and if you notice, you have some tabs across the top with date, page number, stamp, and an arrow to advance to some additional ones. And if you look to the right of the off button, you see 1 through 6. This is the stamp position on your copies. So in the case of the date, if we pick day, month, year, or month, day, year, it's going to position it in the third position, which will be in the top right corner. We'll pick number 1 and move it. If we go to page number, we can pick through a series of styles for our page numbering, and we can also pick the position, and we're going to pick the P1, P2. The stamp is like the old rubber stamp. You would set a position, you would pick what you'd like for it to be, and it would stamp it. We're going to hit the advance arrow. You also have copies and text. The copies would be the number of sets. Text would be something you would manually enter. And then the last one would be watermark, and you could put, let's say, confidential in the middle of the copies. One request we've had over the years, can we alter the stamps and the watermarks and add our own? And the answer is no. That's where custom image comes into play, and we'll look at that in a second. If you look at our image, you can see we have the original, and then we produced a copy with those settings on it. Now let's go ahead and get out of there. We'll hit clear all and go back, and let's go to custom image. Custom image allows us to create our own watermark or our own stamp. The stamp could be a full page, like a letterhead or something like that, a logo. But if you look, we're going to hit custom stamp, and we're going to pick image, and there's our Allfax letterhead. And if you would select that, tell it OK, it would overlay that image onto our original that we're making a copy of. So if you take a look at the image we have in the video, you can see our finished product for custom image. If you have any questions, need additional help, on-site training, or simply can my machine do this, please do not hesitate to contact me. My contact info is on the screen. That completes our video, and thanks for watching. If you need additional information or support, please visit our website at www.allfax.com. You can also contact us at our main number at 504-443-0188. On behalf of the entire Allfax team, we appreciate and value your business. Thanks, and have a great day.